Hello, family. Hello. Good morning. Happy Friday. We are currently on our way to Nashville for what will more than likely be my last doctor's appointment before I have this baby, but we are on our way to Nashville for another doctor's appointment. I'm going today because last week when I went, my amniotic fluid was high and my umbilical cord was not sending as much oxygen to the baby as it should be, and the baby was small, so kind of showing that it wasn't growing. And so they wanted me to come back this week to see if that situation got worse or if it stayed the same. If it got worse, there may be a chance that they can finally convince them to induce me a little bit earlier. If it stayed the same, then we're just at the same. But honestly, I'm like, well, if it got worse and they can induce me earlier, I don't even know when I would go. I mean, we're like literally, I want to say 3 weeks from my actual induction date. So I'm just kind of like, that gives me 3 weeks to get my ducks in a row. My son was going to try to fly in. So at this point, I may as well wait. So I really thought about canceling this appointment, but at the same time, if the condition is worse, there's a higher probability for the baby to pass in utero. So, that kind of gives me an idea on if that is what's happening. But y'all, these last couple days have been so hard. Oh my gosh, these last couple of days have been really bad. Yesterday night was so hard. It was so last night I couldn't sleep. I was so sad and angry and resentful and just feeling defeated and just sad. These last couple days have been so hard. I think it's becoming more and more of a reality for me that that I'm not gonna have a baby, and it's just really, it's harder than I thought. This is it's a lot harder than I thought. So yeah, I just and I'm so angry, and I'm angry for so many reasons. I'm so mad, at the universe and at God, because I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about having a baby. I had came to peace with that chapter of my life being closed, and so to reintroduce that idea, but then it'd be this, and I'm just like, why? And then to have to go through 10 months of this, 10 months of grief and then postpartum grief. It's just, right now what I'm trying to do, y'all, is set myself up not to go into a serious depression and grief after I have this baby. Those of you who followed along with my trice journey, I dealt with mild postpartum depression, and but I had him, I had my little tiny baby, and the smells and the squirms and the cries and things like that. And so that made it a little bit easier, I guess, in a way. And partially because I knew, what was going to happen. I've dealt with that with all my babies. And so this time I'm afraid because I won't have that, the dopamine of the baby to help me with those moments, and my grief of loss coupled with that, with just my body re-regulating itself after having a baby. I'm really legit concerned. And so I'm trying to do things now, y'all, to maybe aid in my grief not being so hard. And I know that sounds crazy, because how does one prepare for their grief? But I'm trying to set up things so I'm not just in my bed grieving after I have this baby. So I've been trying to socialize more with people, so that, you know, if people invite me to do something, I will force myself to go. I've been trying to make plans for stuff, you know, plan stuff to do after I have the baby, and have like this, you know, obligation. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to come up with some therapeutic things. I think I'm going to start doing morning pages. I may start now, so maybe I'll be in the habit of it by the time I have the baby. I have some books that I want to try to read. I want to try to do like a different morning routine to force myself to get out of the bed in the mornings. So I've been trying to come up with just all of these things and have like a plan for myself that I can look at and be like, okay, this is one of the coping mechanisms you set up, you know, to do in this moment. So I'm trying to prepare for future Danielle so that she has some tools to reach for after this situation, because I am in the thick of it right now, and it is hard. This is so hard. Like I'm at the stage where if I see a baby, I get so like sad and upset, and it's just, y'all. So we are getting our usual cup of coffee before we hit the road, and I'll let y'all know how it goes. But either way, this will be our last doctor's appointment before I deliver. And so the next 3 weeks is just gonna be me trying to prepare myself for this as much as possible. I mean, I don't know how one prepares themselves for the death of their baby. I don't know how somebody does that. And man, this just feels so different from JB Jr. It feels so different. And I know it's because I'm carrying full term. I know that's what it is. It's literally because I've had more time to process and bond with this baby than I did with JB Jr. JB Jr. didn't hit me, you know, that all of it was happening until I was in labor and delivery. So the grief literally started at labor and delivery. And then, you know, the grief after, of course, was tough, but my body didn't have, it's almost like my body didn't have as much hormones. I don't know, if you're a doctor or gynecologist, tell me if that's true. Like, the longer you're pregnant, like, Does that matter? I don't know, but it feels like that. It feels like there wasn't as much time for my body to comprehend that I was pregnant by the time I delivered him. Whereas this, like, my body is like, we're pregnant and we're gonna have a baby and we need to nest. So we need to clean everything in the house and we need to fold baby clothes. So
hungry. Hungry. So hungry. Nothing sounds good. Alright, do one more. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna check your reflexes. I'm just gonna hold your wrist. Give me all the weight, just completely relax it. Yeah.
hey family, I am recording on my little tiny camera, so I have no idea what the quality of this video is going to be like, but update, I am in the hospital, going to deliver tonight, tomorrow at some point. Turns out my blood pressure was high, had preeclampsia, and so they have to deliver ASAP. I'll get into my rant regarding that at a later date. But yeah, just happy I decided to come, because I said earlier that I didn't want to come and I was thinking it was pointless, but obviously not. So we're here. They've already gave me my little insert to try to soften my cervix. I am on magnesium to right there, get my blood pressure down and make sure I don't have any type of seizures or anything. So we are getting that all pumped into my body. I feel okay. They say it makes you really sick, but so far I feel okay. I was feeling really, really hot earlier, but that was really it. I feel okay other than that. And we're just waiting, trying to navigate getting the kids here, because all of this was totally unexpected. Which, you guys, if you've been following this journey, this is exactly what I was trying to prevent. The unexpected and being just unprepared. So, but here we are. So yeah, we're just waiting and being patient. I just want to do a quick update. See him alive, but he was not suffering, so we'll take that. He was also born breech, so that was exciting. Not. Charlie, come closer so try to get his little face. And he was born with his mouth open. Can you move the thing down right there? So I've been trying to close his mouth all day.
We're doing great today. Works. Okay, cool. Shoulders come down. Yeah. Okay, let me take your blood pressure. And then what's the right? Yeah. Okay. It's your beer can.
Yeah.